Assalamu alaikum. Ramadan Kareem. The first thing I did before Ramadan, it was to sit with all the players who were fasting, to ask them about their culture and about what they are used to eat during iftar and suhoor. So I did that to understand how they were managing the meals, to keep something in the club close to what they are doing, to not disrupt their habits during this religious moment. I just create a little book about advice during Ramadan. So this book I give it to all the players who fast, and each book it's just what is good to eat for iftar, what is good to eat as a snack, what is good to eat after training, what is good to eat for suhoor, just to get some little advice to make the Ramadan good for the players. So of course during the day the players can't drink because it's Ramadan. My goal is when the players come to the club because they fast during all the day, is to rehydrate the players. So I just give them individually one drink rich in electrolytes to get the players to replace the fluids and to replace the electrolytes they lose during the day. And also of course after the training they will have a drink rich in carbs and electrolytes to get rehydration. And I don't give them protein straight after the training, because the problem with it is protein will make them have less appetites for the post-game meals. And for me, the post-game meals is really important to recover. One of the main challenge was during the pre-game meal, because the pre-game meal we have to avoid foods rich in fibers and fats, because the players, if they eat that, they will be still digesting during the game. And most of the players who do Ramadan, who fast, during iftar, they go for this kind of food. So it's hard for me to keep their cultural habits. So for example, food like sambusa, we need to make some solution to make the sambusa not fried, for example. And the taste is not going to be the same. On game day, for example, when we travel, we go to the hotel the day before the game, and we arrive for the dinner. So all the players eat together when we arrive at the hotel. And one special things for me that changed from last season is that we have the meals available all night, because of course the players who fast, they need to fuel for the game. The game day -1 is really important. All the players need about 6 grams per kg in terms of carbohydrates. So that's a big amount. And I just need to make sure that they fuel enough for the game. So for the players who don't fast, there is no change as a typical game before Ramadan. One of the main things we do during Ramadan is we wait all the players before and after training. It's just to check the fluid loss during the training, to replace it straight after the training. And after that, they all have individual advice about hydration for the next 2 or 3 hours. So yeah, it's really important to manage the weight and the body fat of the player during this period, because if a player is losing weight and body fats at this moment, it means that he's not fueling enough. And after, I need to have a conversation with these players to make sure that he's fueling for the training, to not get any injuries and be ready for the game. I explain what they should eat during iftar, because if you eat food that contain a lot of fat, a lot of fiber, a low GI index, it's just gonna make you full faster. Yes, of course, but the guide I give to them, I say, just advice. For me, my role is first to respect the religion and the culture. So it's just to advise them on what's better to do. So the goal for every one of us during this period is to maintain performance standards. Ramadan Mubarak lil Jami'.